to see that on a grand scale, we need to go back to America.
Now this is where Auld Lang Syne really establishes itself as the New Year song of the modern era, New York's Times Square. An estimated 1 million people take to the streets here with a further TV audience of 1 billion to celebrate the passing of the old and usher in the new. Can you imagine 1 million people right here? It'd be incredible.
Times Square may be where it's at for the Big Apple's New Year's, that's American for Hogmanay, but the route to Auld Lang Syne's involvement go back over 85 years to a hotel a few blocks away.
Here is Mr. New Year's Eve himself, Guy Lombardo.
Well, thank you, George Bryan, and ladies and gentlemen, it's certainly wonderful having you all here to help celebrate New Year's Eve at the Roosevelt Grill.
Mr. New Year is no understatement. Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadian Big Band were instrumental in cementing Auld Lang Syne as America's New Year's anthem.
With the stroke of midnight, when you see 12 o'clock, you're going to hear our Auld Lang Syne played from the Roosevelt Grill.
Guy heard the song being sung by Scottish immigrants in Canada in his youth. From 1929 till his death in 1977, Guy's show was beamed directly to US homes, firstly on radio, then TV, reaching an audience of millions. In fact, so accustomed to hearing Guy conduct Auld Lang Syne, most Americans thought he'd written it. I'm where it all began, the Roosevelt Hotel, to meet Guy's godson and one-time drumming band member, Joe Van Blerck.
So how did it come about that Auld Lang Syne was the tune that was played by the band at the bewitching hour?
Well, when they were playing on radio, of course, they played on the CBS network before midnight on New Year's Eve. They played on the NBC network after midnight, and right around midnight they needed music to bridge the gap between the two broadcasts. And that's when they decided that Auld Lang Syne would be the perfect song to play. And the sponsor of their show was Robert Burns Cigars.
This is the Robert Burns Panatella, an especially wonderful cigar.
And that's how it became associated with New Year's Eve, and of course became Guy Lombardo's theme song and became associated with him, and he, of course, became Mr. New Year's Eve.
So it was almost as if the new year couldn't start until Auld Lang Syne had finished.
That's right. It couldn't start until Guy Lombardo said it was the new year.
That's a lot of power.
New Year, everybody. A very happy New Year, especially from all of us, and especially from Clairol.
Well, there you go. That